Today on CTV News at 5, a terrible tragedy in Grey County. 3 teens killed, another fighting for their life after a crash in Hanover along a rural gravel road. Plus, a Guelph cemetery is going green by offering a more environmentally friendly option to the end of life. And kicking off the Kettle campaign with the Salvation Army. We visit Zers Laurentian in Kitchener and find out how you can help families in need this holiday season. CTV News at 5 starts right now. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for being here with us. We begin in Hanover, where a community is grieving tonight. 3 teenagers are dead and another is in hospital with life-threatening injuries after a crash on a rural road. Investigators with West Grey Police say 4 teens between the ages of 15 and 17 were inside the vehicle when it veered off the road and flipped several times. 3 of the teens were thrown out of the car and died. A 4th, who was trapped in the car, was airlifted to hospital in London with serious life-threatening injuries. All 4 were students at John Diefenbaker Senior School in Hanover. A small memorial grows near the crash site where a cross, flowers, and teddy bears have been laid. The loss devastating for the Hanover community. We'll have more on the terrible tragedy and how the teens are being remembered in the next hour. Meantime, in Brant County, 2 people were sent to hospital after a serious crash shut down a stretch of Highway 403 this morning. OPP responded to the crash around 6 a.m. east of Garden Avenue. Both drivers were rushed to Hamilton General Hospital. The cause remains under investigation. And a single vehicle crash outside of Elmira shut down a road and sent 2 people to hospital around 6:30 this morning. It happened on New Jerusalem between Sawmill Scotchline and Scotchline roads. Waterloo Regional Police say a vehicle hit a hydro pole. Both the driver and passenger were taken to hospital with minor injuries. Also, a heads up for drivers. All lanes on Highway 401 between Cedar Creek and Roseville Roads in Kitchener will be closed tonight as of 7 p.m. for ongoing construction. Crews are expected to wrap up by 6 a.m. tomorrow, but drivers are being asked to plan an alternate route or expect major delays in that area. A Kitchener Justice of the Peace has pleaded not guilty to criminal harassment and forcible confinement in an April 2024 incident involving a colleague at the Waterloo Region Courthouse. We'll go to CTV's Tony Grace live in studio for a closer look at this story and others we're following this hour. Tony.
Leanne, James Ziegler sat in court next to his lawyer as the clerk read out the charges against him. Court heard emotional testimony from the complainant, whose name matches that of another active Justice of the Peace. CTV News is not identifying her. She walked through what happened the morning April 19th, 2024, telling the court Ziegler slammed the door to her office and prevented her from leaving. She also says he professed his love to her and his desire to have sex with her, to which she refused. CTV's Alexandra Hollick was in the courtroom, and we'll have details coming up at 6. And also tonight, a first look at the region of Waterloo's proposed budget for next year. It recommends a 4.96% property tax increase. That's down from last year's nearly 10%. Regional Councillor Michael Harris says the budget is not filled with big new projects.
There are not many, if any, net new investments here in the community. We're going to continue to deliver the paramount services that people expect today that we're delivering, while rolling back some of the critical aspects to get us in line and to keep our taxes at an affordable rate.
Council has its first chance to discuss the budget next Tuesday. Details on these stories and more at 6. Leanne, back to you.
Tony, appreciate it. Thanks very much. Yeah, and Karis Mapp is in the building with us for weather tonight. Great to have you here.
Great to be here, Leanne. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. I'm enjoying the weather a little bit.
Yes, exactly. Aren't we all? A little bit milder out there today. Nice break from the cold. I was glad I didn't have to put the winter parka on today.
It's that time of year where you know it's going to be cooler. We live in southwestern Ontario. You know the snow is coming, but you're never really prepared for it. Yesterday was frigid, it felt like. Today still had that drizzle, and it made you feel cold, but you knew you had to be grateful because it wasn't actually as cold as it was yesterday. We forget that, even though you see right here in the satellite radar, cloud coverage, that mix of precipitation that we saw all day, some sleet, light rain, light snow throughout the day. Like I said, it felt cool, but not as cold as yesterday, so we're grateful for that. And even as the day goes on, we're going to see it go to flurries and then back to rain. Looking at temperatures right now, actually sitting around the normal for this time of year. Currently at 5 degrees in Waterloo region, a little bit warmer north of us in Godrich, Wyerton a little bit cooler, but this is perfect time of year. So as the week goes on, this actually isn't the warmest we'll see it, and hopefully some sunshine will make it an appearance. And taking a live look outside right now, this is downtown Guelph. We all know that very scenic church that sits right at the end of the downtown core. Cloud coverage, you can't really see it, but there is a little bit of drizzle. I can just tell you that from now.
Yeah, it's making it look a little spooky out there.
Yes, Halloween may have passed, but we've still got the spooky vibe.
We've still got a spooky vibe in the air tonight, middle of the week. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll tell you what you need to know. The 50th annual November Craft Show begins tomorrow at the University of Guelph. The market will feature 95 different vendors. The free event happening at the University Center building until Sunday. Stay with us. It appears more Canadian businesses are looking to hire temporary seasonal workers during the holidays. Job site Indeed Canada's Holiday Hiring Trends Report finds seasonal postings so far this winter are up 12% from last year. Those numbers, though, are still weak relative to earlier years. The report's author says the last 2 holidays were overshadowed by high interest rates and inflation, which tempered businesses' hiring appetite as households reined in spending. This year, however, the report finds consumer spending seems to be stabilizing as many retailers report a fairly solid year. We are here at Zehrs Laurentian in Kitchener for the kickoff of the Salvation Army's 2025 Kettle Campaign. And we are joined by Captains Kelly and Captain Corey Fifield. Great to see you guys.
Nice to see you.
Okay, so tell me all about this year's campaign and the goal we have.
Yeah, so this year our goal for our Christmas campaign in total is $250,000. And our goal for our Christmas kettles alone is $175,000.
Okay, so explain to people the difference between the overall goal and, of course, the goal of the Kettle Campaign.
Yeah, of course, we have funds coming in many different ways, and so making sure that people can access us. Of course, we have online giving. You can go to sakw.ca and find how to give there, but you can also use traditional ways like mail or drop by our office at 75 Tilsey Drive. And yeah, we just want to make sure people can give however they are able, and that's where our different numbers come from. So 25,000 from online giving, 75 from mailers and walk-ins, and then of course the 175 from the Christmas kettles.
Okay, and we'll see these Christmas kettles set up around the community in Waterloo region. Talk about the need for these donations and where they're going to.
Yeah, so our Christmas kettles, they go to support not just at Christmas time, but they actually allow us to function and support our community year-round. So I don't know if everybody knows that, but we actually run programming all year round. We run programming for adults, but also for kids. We have drop-in programs and parenting programs and all sorts of things. We kind of look at what the need of the community is and figure out where we can fill in those gaps.
Okay, of course, Christmas, the holiday season, it's a time to give back. So for anyone wanting to get involved with the campaign, maybe volunteer or just help out, how can they do so?
Yeah, they can contact us, obviously, our kettle coordinator, and they can contact us at our office as well, and we can give them information. So, and it's also available on our website, like I said, at sakw.ca. That's a great starting point where people can find out the information that they need.
Okay, we're at Zehrs Laurentian in Kitchener today, but where will these kettles be where people can donate?
Yeah, so the kettles will be at different locations across Kitchener, Waterloo. So we have some that are starting out now, and then we have more that come on in the month of December. And so if you're wondering where those locations are, you can hop onto our website or give us a call, but keep an eye out, listen for the bells, and you'll find us around.
Okay, well, we're kicking things off. It's the beginning of the holiday season. I feel like I only see you guys around the holiday season, but it's great to see you guys again and look forward to partnering with you to bring some Christmas joy this holiday season. Kitchener Mayor Barry Vibranovich is here with us today. Barry, great to see you.
Great to see you. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. This is the official kickoff to the holiday season. Tell me why it's important for you and the city of Kitchener to support the Salvation Army and the Kettle Campaign.
You know, Salvation Army's had such an important role in our community for almost 140 years. And in fact, this Kettle Campaign has been going around since 1891 in San Francisco. So we're just thrilled to have it being kicked off again. But most importantly, we know these have been challenging times for people. And this year more than ever, anything that people can donate will make a huge difference.
Okay, and Mayor Barry is actually going to be one of the first donations at the kickoff, and you're showing us how to donate that if somebody doesn't have cash on them, because let's be honest, we don't all carry cash these days, we have a tap donation as well, so I'll let you take the honors.
Absolutely, and the great thing is this is technology that was originally developed locally here. So let's do our first tap to give. You hear a little beep and your donation's been accepted.
And that's it. It's as easy as that. So you can donate wherever you see these kettles around Waterloo region throughout the holiday season. Mayor, thank you so much.
Thanks so much, and we all get to look forward to Toy Mountain at the end of December, just before Christmas.
Yes, we do. We can't wait to see you there.
I hope I see Santa Claus. I miss him every year.
Santa, and I hope he brings his elves.
Oh, does he bring an elf usually?
He does.
Oh, that's exciting.
We'll look forward to it. Roy and Shirley here have been married for 65 years, and they've been volunteering with the Salvation Army for the past 25 years. Roy, this is your location that you volunteer at.
It is. Yep.
And you plan to be volunteering, tell me about it, every day.
4 hours up till the 24th.
Okay, so you're doing every day with the Kettle campaign up until Christmas Eve.
Yes.
What makes you keep coming back?
I just like working. Yeah.
Just like
Yeah. Yeah, it's Christmas time, so yeah.
And how does it make you feel to be able to help out and bring that Christmas joy to people who need it most?
Well, we're glad to help. Sitting at home, so might as well come in here. No sense of watching TV. I can come in and help out.
So this is just the beginning of the 2025 Kettle campaign with the Salvation Army. If you see these kettles around at stores in Waterloo region throughout the community, be sure to donate and bring that Christmas joy to everyone around town.
Hopefully that got you in the holiday spirit, but this is sure to get you there as well. St. Jacob's Sparkles returns tomorrow. Thousands of twinkling lights will line the village, and there will be live music before the shops close at 8 p.m.
When you see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400. From your screen to ours. Text 10400.
Okay, Karis is back with a look at our full forecast. Karis, it was nice to see a little bit of milder temperatures today. I know you mentioned earlier we can expect a little bit of sunshine to close out the week, possibly.
Yeah, I don't want to give it away, but yes, like I said, right now we're kind of on par with what is normal for this time of year. As I mentioned earlier, and I'll bring it up again later, you know, we're sitting at 5 degrees, normal's around 6. But we're always going to squeeze a little bit more of that fall out of it before we enter those real winter temperatures. Winter's on its way, no complaints about that, but we are enjoying it. We're not complaining about it. We're taking the weather as it comes. Today we saw some warmer weather. Outside we're seeing it was cloud coverage. Even right now we're at the Central Transit Station in downtown Guelph. Cloud coverage still. I'm going to tease it because we're going to talk about it a little bit later, but you know, we just do have the opportunity to see the northern lights right now with that cloud coverage. A little bit of sleet, as we can see on the ground there. It's kind of wet, mixed between precipitation, rain, and snow. So no northern lights at this time, but hopefully as the night goes on, you might be able to keep a creep at it as it comes up. But yeah, cloud coverage, that's going to remain for much of the evening as well, as you can see on the future forecast right now for the rest of the evening, that mixed precipitation. So we have the light snow, light rain. Apparently that rain is meant to turn to flurries, and then around midnight it's going to turn back to that rain. Tomorrow afternoon, very similar situation as well. We're going to see that for the next couple of days. It's usual for this time of year that we have, as I said, that mixed precipitation, that sleet. Today there was that drizzle. It didn't feel too cold, but you could feel it once you went outside. Heading into Friday evening, though, that precipitation is going to clear out. We're going to see some cloud coverage, mostly, as Leanne said, maybe some sunshine on the way. That's coming. I don't want to give it away just yet. Temperatures, though, as I said on the desk over there, we're sitting around average. Right now, we're at 4 degrees. Earlier, we did make it up to 6, which is usual for this time of year. Godrich hitting 7, Wyerton up at 5, so pretty on par with what we're used to seeing at this time. Overnight, we're going to stay in the positives. +1 degree overnight, cloudy with a rain of flurries and rain and mix. The mixture of it is going to switch on and off, so we're going to see that sleet throughout the night. Looking ahead to tomorrow, 5 degrees, still normal temperatures that we're used to seeing at this time of year. Mix of sun and cloud with rain or flurries. So tonight it's going to be rain and flurries. Tomorrow, hopefully, the Mother Nature is going to make a decision. It's going to be rain or flurries. So some almanac historic data here. I said today's high was expected 4 degrees. We actually end up passing that, getting up to that 6 that is normal at this time. Overnight low of 1, which is warmer than what we normally see, except for back in 2019 when it was minus 16 and a half degrees. So it was chilly. Sunrise was at 11 a.m. and sunset 5 p.m. So we're 1 minute earlier than we were yesterday. The days are getting shorter. And looking ahead for your 5-day forecast, we have, like I said, tomorrow, there it is again, showers or flurries, but that sunshine is going to make a return. That's happening Friday. Getting a little warmer as well. I said normal is around 6 degrees, but we're making it up to 7. And for your weekend, we have clouds, a chance for some showers, some more clouds. Going to be a little bit dreary, very similar to what we saw today.
Okay, Karis, you mentioned it in the forecast there. The northern lights, of course, some have been trying to get a peek at them, and many Canadians will actually be able to see them when they look up tonight, thanks to a high probability of aurora activity Wednesday evening and early Thursday over nearly every province and territory. Mother Nature has been putting on quite the show. The aurora borealis, also known as the Northern Lights, were spotted as far south as Florida last night. The light show is expected to last for much of tonight and will peak between 7 and 10 p.m. Eastern Time.
Increased solar activity recently has led to heightened aurora activity and more frequent Northern Lights displays. And according to the Waterloo Centre for Astrophysics, the sun is at its peak solar cycle for the next year, which means there will be more chances to see the lights light up the night sky.
Occasionally we get these big flares or eruptions that happen on the surface of the sun and throw out lots of particles into space. These fly through space and then they hit the Earth's magnetic field, and when that happens it produces all of these lights that we see up in the sky above us.
Experts say if you take a picture on night mode on your phone, then you should be able to see the Northern Lights pretty clearly. I have yet to see the Northern Lights in my day.
I was just about to ask, have you seen it? I've had friends who took photos and they look stunning, and then I run outside and I'm like, oh yeah,
I missed
never
it.
see it every time. I'm asleep or there's cloud like tonight, like I said, so tonight might not be your night either.
Okay, well, fingers crossed, there's a chance.
I hope so.
Okay, stay with us. We have more coming up, including a big donation for a local Humane Society. But before you go, we'll tell you what you need to know. Santa Claus coming to town Saturday with the annual Santa Claus Parade. It starts at 10 and will run along Weber Street in Kitchener from Frederick to Herb. Letters to Santa, food bank items, and toy donations will be collected along the route. Here's the final 5 stories we're keeping an eye on today. 25 property owners in Breslau have been told they owe the township of Woolwich over $13,000. The township says it's the result of costs for installing municipal water and sewer services along Woolwich Street South. In 2016, owners were informed of the upcoming fee as construction was completing, but the township then entered litigation with the design consultant over costs, which only ended this year. The township admits it could have done a better job communicating with residents.
Looking backwards, obviously lots of areas for improvement from a communication standpoint. So there probably should have been, and there was not that I am aware of. We had communications with residents, you know, into 2016, and then the levying bylaw doesn't happen until 2025, just October 7th. So obviously quite a lapse there, and take responsibility for that for sure, and do better going forward.
CTV's Colton Weens brings us that full story at 6. A cemetery and memorial park in Guelph has gone green by offering a more environmentally friendly option to the end of life. Woodlawn Memorial Park has opened a new green burial site. A green burial described as a return to traditional practices, unlike conventional burials that often involve things like concrete vaults. The new site is on the other side of their property and is called Taylor's Meadow, named after Woodlawn's former general manager. The green burial site has only been open for a few weeks now. They've already had several people who have prearranged for a spot.
People are very interested in returning their body back to Earth. They want to, even in their death, have that minimize their environmental impact, just as most of us are trying to live now. So we've had everybody that has purchased for a full body casket or shroud burial.
We'll hear more about it, what it involves, from CTV's Heather Centerin coming up in the next hour. There will soon be an easier way to commute to Toronto on weekends. GO trains will start running from Kitchener to Union Station and back on Saturday, November 23rd. Metrolinx, which runs GO Transit, has described this increased service as another step toward unlocking two-way all-day service between Kitchener and Toronto. Until now, users wanting to use GO Transit to get into the city on the weekend have had to use buses on the Kitchener to Brampton stretch and vice versa. The 6th annual Winterfest at Canada's Wonderland is set to begin on Saturday. 7 million twinkling lights have been used to decorate the amusement park in Vaughan. Winterfest features more than 40 attractions, including skating, cookie decorating, live music, a nightly tree lighting ceremony, as well as rides. It's open on select dates until January 3rd. And finally for us, a big donation for the Kitchener-Waterloo-Stratford-Perth Humane Society. Mike Shout presented the shelter with a $250,000 check for their Better Together campaign today. Bounce Radio's Angie and Sarge were on hand to accept the donation along with the Humane Society representatives. Mike's inspiration behind the generous gift was his dog, Gracie May, who the Humane Society says they will name their new community outreach center after, adding that Mike's investment will have a lasting impact on the lives of countless animals and families in our region. It most certainly will. $250,000 towards the animals and, of course, that new outreach center that the Humane Society has going on. Beautiful, very generous gift. All right, that's it for us. We'll be back at the top of the hour. Tony Grace will have your next local news at 6. For now, we'll send it to CTV National. Have a great night.